hey man, you need to talk to somebody about talk to somebody. But most people, I think they're scared. I don't know why, but most people are scared to be themselves. And I think the ones that take a chance to be themselves experience freedom.
Right.
I'm married a long time, and I'm like, man, you're actually sticking with this plan. Like,
because I want my life to change. If I don't change, my life won't change. And I want more from my life than where it's at right now. I have a good life by many standards. I have a great life, but there's other things that I want out of life that I have yet to do. And in a way, how I deal with you, because I know you get upset with me. We've been dealing with my parents. My mom has been sick for a long time. And now Ian's dad, who lives with us, is now terminally sick. He has cancer.
I'm going to be calling you and be like, don't come.
Which
I think is crazy, Natalie.
No.
Man, come on, man. In death, in death, you don't want people to show up. You're dead.
If you couldn't be there in life,
you don't want them there in death?
Don't bother me. And I ain't here.
Hey guys, if it's crazy.
All right, go ahead. Go now.
Wait.
Get out of there! Oh my God!
Hey guys, welcome to the family mess. I'm Noah. And have a nice day.
Good God!
I love the family mess.
Go ahead, baby!
Oh,
Welcome to the Family Mess Podcast. I'm your host, Ian, and this is my wife and co-host, Natalie. The Family Mess, the podcast about life with kids and all things adulting. Let's talk.
Man, you said that kind of drab today, man.
Why is it
Is it the topic that's got you like drab?
It might be, man. I've been having a rough week, man. Just a rough week this week. I don't know if it's going to get any better. I hope
it is going to get better. It will be better.
Yeah.
Stay hopeful.
What have you been up to the last couple of days, weeks since our last episode?
I am just working on my professional not even professional, my personal development. That is my number one goal in life, is to be the person my future self needs me to be. That's why I keep repeating to myself. I
have to admit, you're doing a really good job. It's very impressive. You're actually sticking with like your plan.
And I stick with nothing.
You're meditating. You're meditating. You're talking about what you want to be, who you want to be. Like, I see you doing it every day. It's actually really impressive, man.
Right now, I'm only focusing on like one top 2 things at a time, because I realize I always give myself too many things to do and then I can't do it. So right now, all I'm focusing on is going to bed by 11 o'clock, because I never go to bed on time.
About this, man.
Yes, and he's ruining my evening.
I'm not ruining nothing. I'm trying to watch TV. Ian, aren't you coming to bed? In wife talk, that means...
Well, you don't have to come.
No. In wife talk, that means, oh, you better come to bed, because I'm going to be pissed off if you don't come to bed.
No.
You're not saying that, but you will. And then the next morning, Ian, I'm annoyed that you didn't come to bed last night.
That's okay. No, but I'm doing my stuff. I'm going to bed on time, because I know...
You are.
What it is, I have to begin to go to bed on time to prepare for the next day. And I'm having this perimenopause, which we're gonna have somebody on talk about this perimenopause business, because this is major stuff. But because I'm not sleeping,
I bet there's a lot of people that listen to us would have that too.
Well, yeah, a lot of women and the men who have to deal with their wives who are going through it. But anyway, so I'm focusing on going to bed early, because my next phase is to start on my mornings, because I'm trying to study for this test. I'm trying to get things with my business going again and different things like that. So, but the first focus has been going to bed on time. And I'm like 10 days in a row that I have gone to bed. I'm in the bed by 11 o'clock. Like, that's major for me. So I'm proud of myself. Tap myself on the back right now. Good job, Natalie.
You are doing good. I'm telling you, you're doing really good. I mean, you're like sticking with it. I'm surprised, because I've married a long time, and I'm like, man, you're actually sticking with this plan. Like,
because I want my life to change. If I don't change, my life won't change. And I want more from my life than where it's at right now. I have a good life by many standards. I have a great life, but there's other things that I want out of life that I have yet to do. And I'm tired of not having it. So I'm going to do what I can and see if it works so I can get it. Right. And it's all about my personal accountability to myself and what I do. And I can control what I can control, and then what I can't control, I can't control.
That's good.
And I leave that alone.
That's a good perspective.
Right? Yeah. So that's kind of why, segue into what we're talking about today, in a way, how I deal with you, because I know you get upset with me. We've been dealing with my parents. My mom has been sick for a long time. And now Ian's dad, who lives with us, is now terminally sick. He has cancer. He has like colorectal cancer, and it's terminal at this point. He's 84 years old. He's decided he doesn't want to do any treatment. And he lives with us. He wasn't supposed to be here for over a year.
He was not
but he
supposed to be here.
Right when
a
he
year.
was supposed to go home.
They found the cancer.
Is when the
Well, he got
diagnosis
sick,
came. Yeah, he got sick and went to the hospital, and they found the cancer. So, so now we are, been dealing with living with somebody who is sick. But even though he's sick, he's been in very good health at 84 years old. He goes out and he has plants in our backyard that he plants and takes care of, and he's been doing that. Not as much now because things have progressed. But now I'm having to learn to deal with you and how I know I can't control anything to do with the situation, but as you deal with your emotions, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I didn't think I'd have this. I don't even know how to describe it, man, but dealing with a parent that is passing away is very strange, because at first I thought I'll be fine with it. And even though he's been a terrible dad my entire life, which he has, just the worst person.
He's just inattentive.
Nah, man, worse person.
Well, you
now
know what?
he's being
If
nice.
that's how you feel about it, then that's how you feel. So I'm gonna leave
he's
you
not been the greatest dad, really not been there at all my entire life until now when he's dying. So I'm conflicted because I'm taking care of him pretty much all the time, calling the nurse. And then this week, when my dad gets really sick, he gets very dramatic about his sickness, like extremely dramatic, since as long as I've known him. He can't just be sick like normal people. He has to, the world is ending, I'm dying. And my sister and I have heard this for the last 10 years. So this week he had an episode where he's been having hiccups and, just uncontrollable hiccups. So to him, this is, my dad is super religious. So he blames the hiccups on demons and says, why is this happening to me? Like, he thinks when bad things happen, it's because of demons. It sounds funny, but that's his belief. That's his belief. So I'm like, Dad, no, it's, your cancer is spreading and it's causing issues. But he still doesn't understand. The nurses told him, I've told him.
He doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe he has cancer because he feels okay for the most part.
As long as he feels okay, he almost doesn't believe he has the cancer. And I guess it's a good process to get you through it. But I don't know. This week I had anxiety this week because of this man. Maybe, actually, I can't say it was him that was causing my anxiety. I'm causing my own anxiety. It wasn't what he did. It was me thinking about, okay, if he dies in this house, and you already said he's not dying in this house, Ian. I'm
gonna keep saying it. I don't want him dying.
Your dad is not dying in this house. You got to send him someplace to die.
He gonna die somewhere else. I'm gonna keep saying it.
And then I had a conversation with the nurse because he was hiccuping and he's doing really bad. The nurse was like, "Well, I'm gonna have to teach you how to change his diaper." I'm like, "What the fuck? What do you mean change his diaper? I'm not a caregiver." But I am a caregiver. I am a caregiver. Whether I believe it or not, I'm a caregiver. So I got annoyed because I'm like, I'm starting a new job. I have to take time. I have no time to take off. I said, I'm not taking time off to do that. I said, I'll help him, but I'll call you guys to come in once a day. There's no way I'm doing this. And I'm fighting this. As he gets sicker, I'm fighting it, what I'm supposed to do. And it's bothering me. I don't know why it's bothering me so much. I don't like to see him suffer, even though he's an annoying person. No one deserves to suffer when they die. You see what I'm saying? So it bothers me that he's suffering. So that's what I've been doing the last couple days, is just like, I don't know, man. I've never had to deal with this before. I've seen other people die. And
from my perspective, it seems like you're conflicted a lot.
I'm very conflicted.
You're conflicted with the fact that you don't like him, even though you said you've forgiven him.
I did, but I realized I didn't.
You have not.
No, because no. You know what it is? I did, but when I start talking to him again, because I have. I mean, he doesn't get me mad anymore, like angry. I want to destroy you. But when I talk to him, like, I'm like, hey, Dad, would you want to do this? And then he goes, no, and he doesn't listen. And it's very frustrating. So, yeah, I've forgiven him overall. Yes, I've forgiven him, but it makes me very frustrated when I talk to him because I'm trying to help him. Like, I always tell him this. I'm like, Dad, I'm trying to help you. I said, I want to make the best decision for you and what you want. I don't want you suffering. Even recently, me and my sister were trying to get him to go back home to Jamaica. And we said, and he's having problems with his eyes. So we're like, well, we could send you home and,
Right, so he can have some quality of life. In Jamaica, he doesn't leave the house, so except for go to the store.
All he does is go in the backyard all day and just sit there under the sun.
But in Jamaica, he would be out and about and doing things.
Yes.
So we were trying to get him home to Jamaica so he could live out the rest of the time that he does have, because the cancer has spread all over his body, to have a good quality of life. Instead of staying here and not doing anything with his, like, just wasting away.
Yeah, and I said, Dad,
he'd rather do what?
He'd rather get his because they found some glaucoma in his eyes. And so I'm like, Dad, I think your one eye is fine. The glaucoma is not necessarily, they can treat it. I don't know if they can cure it, but he's like, I said, Stacy and I can get you home very quickly, in the next week or two if you do it, and you'll be back in a place. We got a place set up. We already have everything set up for you. You just got to go on the plane. Literally, he's like, no, I want to get my eye fixed first. I'm like, why are you worried about your eye? This is what I said, why are you worried about your one eye when you have cancer? I was like, cancer is it's spreading all over your body as we speak. Literally, it's getting worse and growing bigger.
I don't think he understands that.
And I told him, I said, Dad, the doctor said I had to send him to the hospital this week. I said, they found cancer now. It's going to your stomach. It's going to your lungs. Like, it's spreading. And he just looks at me like, oh, okay. I said, and that's why I get frustrated. It's not that I hate him. I'm just like, I don't think that he really understands the severity of what's happening. Like you said, if he doesn't feel the cancer affecting him, then he thinks, oh, I'm just going to pray it away. And it's not really happening.
But that's one of the things, though, when you're that's one of the things I've had to learn with dealing with elderly parents. And that, you have to accept where they are. And a lot of times, like my dad, my grandpa said, many years, and it's an old phrase, once a man, twice a child. And when they get to a certain point in life and you're now having to tell and dictate more to them, for them, it's bothersome. It's bothersome. So, as their child, we have to be kind of cognizant of that and how we deal with them.
Yeah.
It is and try to respect. I always try to respect my parents' wishes, even if I don't agree or understand. I've always just tried to respect them because that's just where they're at, and where they're at is based on their life and what they have experienced in it. And it doesn't always make sense to me, but I say, you know what? I'm gonna let them be who they need to be, and honor their wishes even when I don't agree, because it's their life. I wouldn't want anyone else dictating my life unless it's like something, that's like gonna major effect or something. So I try to give them that grace and understanding. But it's hard. It's hard dealing with, elderly parents and all that comes with that, because they're very stubborn. Like that, the number one thing is going to be dealing with their stubbornness and having to figure out how to work around that. But you can't just butt up against them and fight them, because you're not going to win. And you're just going to, you're going to be
you could win and just force it on them, but that's not the best way.
Yeah, but then they're going to be mad, and then they're going to be resenting you, and then they're going to make life more harder for you in other ways.
I don't know how other ways my dad can make life harder for me now. Right. So it's just, I don't know, man.
Yeah. So it's hard dealing with, because my mom's illness is actually is a terminal. But I mean, I realize in life though, we're all terminal.
Yeah.
We all have an expiration date. We just don't know.
It's so sad
how soon that terminality is, right? But my mom's terminal with her dementia. She's terminal. And I mean, your dad's terminal with his cancer. Yeah. And our lives, like I said, are also
technically everybody
terminal.
Is terminal to some degree. Yes.
Right,
everybody is terminal. You're going to die of something, right. Doesn't matter what it is. So
to flip the sad, to flip the sad part of that, right, and the depressing part of what you're dealing with and going through, we can talk about like some of the 5 regrets of people who are dying, right? Like, what can we learn from this? We're going through this now, and it's going to be a bad experience. It's not going to be easy at all. But what can we learn from this experience? So, to kind of flip that death and gloom, how can we, as those that are we're all, like I said, we're all terminal, but we're not, but we're still more moving forward in life and looking at than ending it. How can we live a better life, right?
Yeah, the life that you have, how can you make it be the best life possible?
Right.
With time, yeah.
So I was looking the other day, and I came across an article about top 5 regrets of people that are dying, right? So I thought maybe we could talk about
those. Yeah. It applies pretty much to most people when they're leaving.
Yes. So
this plane.
So like the number one, there's a book, I forgot. This was from an ex-hospice worker. We'll put it in the notes of where the
We'll put the link in the description.
Just the name and the book or whatever. But it's from an ex-hospice nurse. So she's dealt with people who are at the end, like they're at the end.
They're about to leave,
right?
Yes.
Knowing
they know they're dying,
right? There's nothing left on this earth for them, right? As far as their life, and so the first thing that she has on her list is live. They regret not living as their true, authentic self.
That's a big deal right there. That's a really important one.
Yeah, like you gotta be able to be
yourself.
Be yourself, and this is why I think I talked about this in the last episode,
did.
but why I believe that we should leave people alone and like who want to be different. Like if you want to be transgender, be trans. If that's who you feel that you are, who am I to tell you that's not who you are? Right? If I want my name to be Bubblegum Shrimp,
that is a good restaurant.
That's the name I want. Then that's the name I am. Like call me what I want to be called. Like because we try to put everybody in this box, and we can't. All the billions of people in this world cannot fit in, and there's no box that all of us can fit in.
No,
right? But we're always trying to put everybody in the same damn box.
Yep, you got to be part of something.
Right.
You can't just be yourself. You got to be this.
Let people be who they want to be.
Yeah,
right. Let if that like these people who want to jump off buildings and stuff like that, and they're parkouring, and even though they're going to risk their life, but if that's who they want to be, let them be. If they're going to go splat, that's the risk that they take. I'm for real. Like they know they might just splat any moment, anytime they could just splat.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's who they want to be.
That's who they want to be. Let them be.
That's one of the hardest things. I think as we get older, more people realize that they start being the true authentic themselves. When you're younger, you don't. You're just trying to be fitting in.
Yeah, but people steer you wrong, and at the end of the day, you're not truly happy.
No, because you're not being yourself.
Right. You're not happy. You're just doing what everyone told you to do.
Damn.
And what everybody Look, hate to say it like that, but look, we got married, right? We got married because Ian said, well, I was always taught that you go to school, you get a degree, you get married, and you have children. That's what you do.
Worst information ever.
Right. So that's what he did.
Yeah, that's what I did for no reason other than that.
You thought that's what you're supposed to do.
I did it,
right,
yeah.
But you weren't, because you weren't taught to live your true authentic self.
That's correct.
And that's one of the things I try to teach our kids.
Yeah, we do.
To be who you are. Like, I don't care what anyone else has to say. Like, do what you want. Do you.
Do what you want to do,
right?
Yes.
They say, do you, boo. Like, do yourself.
Don't let anybody steer you in the direction you don't want to go. Do what you want to do.
Right,
because yourself.
I always tell everybody, you only got one shot on this life in this body as you are today. One shot. Even if there's reincarnation, you ain't gonna be the same person the next time,
you might end
up
being a star or something. You don't know.
So it doesn't matter which way you go. You got to be who you are, and it doesn't matter if is it gonna hurt people. Like this is one of the things where people say when people leave, like they leave somebody for somebody else, and people think they're the most horrible person in the world.
Why? Because they left them for somebody else?
Yeah, because they hurt other people. But a lot of times what happened is, everyone's lives are better after the fact.
Yes, because
they don't always, because the person now, that person's better to deal with, because they're living their true life.
Yes, it's who they want to be.
Right.
That's what makes them happy.
Right, but we get all upset, they did. But but at the end of the day, they lived their real selves. They even though, there are guys who've given up their whole lives, or women or whatever, and left for the same sex, and but that's the thing is, but they lived their life. Like yes, it hurt their family, but at the end, everyone's more happier.
It's true.
Because that person is better to deal with, because they're not living a lie anymore.
It's true.
Right? But we'd rather have people living a lie and live in this little box than be honest about.
Live your life and be happy. Don't hide who you really are.
Yes.
Be yourself.
So then number 2 on the list is they wish they hadn't worked so hard.
I think this is universal for like everybody. I think everybody, this is what I've heard from most people when they say they're passing is, why did I work so hard in life?
Yeah.
For what? Like, what is the real reason for working so hard?
I don't know. Man, look, it hit me when a lady at my job,
Oh,
there was a lady at my job. She had the most infectious laugh ever. And she kept doubting whether or not she should retire. She back and forth. I don't know. I don't think I have enough money yet. And then one day, unfortunately, she was diagnosed with brain cancer.
Yeah.
And she ended up passing away. And she never got to be retired. And then you look back like, oh man, like, you think you have all this time left. But really, like I said, we're all terminal, right? And so she ran out of time, and she wasn't able to retire. And, her husband one day said, he was like, oh, now that I look back, like now that I know where we are financially better, she had the money to retire, and I wish she had, right? But we just work. And when the thing about it is, we work. And you leave everything, you do everything for work, but then where does that leave your family? Where does that leave what else you could do for this world, right? And so I definitely try not to work. I work, Yes. But I don't take work on. I don't let work overcome me and consume me anymore. I used to. Yeah. And I've gotten burnt out, and it's just not worth it.
I think living in this country, I don't know what it's something about living here in this environment.
Yes.
This
It's
country
toxic,
specifically.
Man. We have toxic work environment.
And you don't see this in a lot of countries around the world, but in this country specifically, work is like looked at as a thing. Like you have to work. And then they try to make you identify the work as you. You see what I'm saying? Like now people don't feel like themselves if they're not working. I'm like, nah, man, you'll work yourself to death into the grave. Like I've seen coworkers work, and I'm like, and they're stressed all the time.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is taking on that work and stressing yourself. Like you can care about your job and do a good job without carrying all the stress that society tries to tell you that you have to carry. And they create this stress. So like there was a guy at work I used to work with. He was not a stressor. He did not stress about nothing. Things still got done. But he was like, what am I going to
There's no point.
But they look at you as not wanting to help and not wanting to work.
Why aren't you worried like everybody else? That means you're not working hard.
Because you're not worried, you're not working.
Yeah.
And that's so, like, I that's one of the things I want to try to change
I've noticed that
in work environments. Yeah. That I should not have to walk around stressed out for you to feel like I'm actually that I care and that I'm doing something. That's toxic.
That's crazy. The fact that you're calm and then people don't want you to be calm because they're not calm.
Right. And then they're saying, well, why the hell? You don't care about your work. Right.
You don't care. You're not stressed. Shoot.
No, and that to me that's a false narrative that is perpetuated in the workplace all the time. And I would hope that would change because, we do, like I said, we only have a limited time on this planet. And yeah, work is fine. Work is important. We all need to work. Like no matter whatever time of era, people always worked. Whether they did the fields, whether they, hunted, they worked. Yeah. Right. Work is important, but you have to have that balance with that work, and so you can enjoy life. Like people who work in 180 hours, 90 hours, 100 plus hours a week, there's no life there.
Yeah, it's tough.
And that's those are things that are toxic and that are not good and that are not helpful to people, because if you don't have that outside balance, you can't be you're not going to be the best version of yourself because you're stressed out.
It's going to be hard to function. The one time, what I've noticed when I've had jobs when I'm working too much, when I think about work when I'm not working. When I'm on vacation.
I've had to stop you a few times.
You have. Like when I'm on vacation, all I talk about is work, and I'm like, oh my God, that means work is actually affecting my brain. If I can't be outside of work on vacation and not stop talking about work, it means something's wrong.
Right,
that's
you're
what
off
that
balance.
Means. Yeah, that means work. Either I'm overworked. That's what that means. One, I'm overworked, or two, I don't know how to disassociate my free time and not bring work with me.
Right. And it doesn't mean that you don't care, but you want to care about your job and doing a good job at it, but you don't want it to overrun your life. And that's why I've had to check you if you like.
You have. I'm glad you did.
Dude,
why are you talking about work all the time? I'm like,
this is not all of our life.
I didn't even notice
your job is not our whole life.
I didn't even notice I was doing it. That's how much these companies affect people, man. Like you don't even notice that they have you. And if you're not careful, you got to really think about what you're doing when you're not working. Like think about your life, think about your family, your friends, when you're hanging out with them, and purposely you want to spend time with them. You don't want work coming in your brain and saying, oh, I got to get this done for work on Monday. You got to get yourself out of that. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that, man.
So then the number 3 was the courage to express my feelings.
That's a hard one.
No, it ain't.
That's a hard one. I don't think many people express themselves till they get older in life. I think people are scared.
Well, that's because they don't give to. Well, that's part of the authenticity.
I think they're scared to do it when they're young because they're afraid of what people might think or say.
That's why you can't live in fear.
Yeah.
Because when you live in fear, you can't be your true self and you can't live an authentic life because you're afraid. Like when you, so like being afraid of how, and that's also part of Brené Brown talks about vulnerability, right? And that's being able to express your true feelings is vulnerability.
Yeah, it's true.
Right. So if we're able to express yourselves, then you can make a lot of solutions. Like, I don't know, how do you say it? Like you can clear up a lot of things in your life, right?
Yeah.
Like, because you don't live in the stories.
Yeah.
Because that's what I learned in this course I took, right? About the stories. We live in these stories.
Don't tell yourself stories, Natalie. You're a damn storyteller.
I'm telling you, because when you live in the story, you don't get the facts. You're in the story.
You're making up an assumption about something that's not really happening, but you're thinking it's going that way but it's not really going that way, though. You're just making up something in your head.
Yes.
About what a situation is or isn't.
Right. Because you're too afraid to express your feelings about it.
Yeah.
Right. So I had a friend, I wasn't sure if she wanted to be my friend. So I asked her, I'm like, you know what? Why am I going to sit here with this story that she's this and that, or she thinks this and that? And I'm going to let me talk to her about it instead. And so when I talked to her, she was like, oh, no, I don't feel like that, blah, 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 blah. And we were able to move on.
Yeah.
But if I had sat there with it, I would have been like,
You
well,
drive
I ain't
yourself
talking to her.
crazy.
I ain't doing this and it's all just a story.
I think the majority of people out there, that's who they are.
Right.
They
So
just tell stories. Don't really talk to the person.
No,
just
we make
tell
assumptions.
a story because maybe they're too scared. But you're right. I think life's too short to be scared about anything, especially relationships.
Like honestly, it's bad but good. Like people who like that guy who when he quit his job, he let out the ramp the little thing
the Southwest.
I forgot what airline it
Southwest.
Was. But yeah, so he let out the slide,
the emergency
and he just
slide.
left. Right.
I'm done with y'all.
Yeah. Now, okay, a little extreme, but you know what? He was true to himself in that moment.
Now
like he expressed himself. He was like, "I'm done with this. I'm out of here." But no, yes, there's better ways you can do that.
Correct.
But in that moment, he decided to express his true feelings. And
he did.
And he put the thing, but not, at least he may regret later, but at least in that moment he was free.
Yeah, I think
in that moment he was free.
I really think most people are not free. I really do. Just talking to people, just people I've worked with, when you talk to them, like just talking to people.
I'm not afraid to say what I have to say anymore to people.
And the crazy thing is, I don't know why people talk to me about their lives. I'm a regular guy. I didn't know. Natalie always says people are drawn to you, Ian. They just tell you stuff. People tell me stuff all the time, like personal stuff about their lives. I'm like, hey man, you need to talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. But most people, I think they're scared. I don't know why, but most people are scared to be themselves. And I think the ones that take a chance to be themselves experience freedom.
Right. Yeah. But until you do that, though, you don't have true freedom, and you're stifled, and you keep wondering something's missing from your life.
Yep.
And that's you being real with yourself and the people around you, especially the people around you.
Mm-hmm. For real.
The fourth one is. They wish they had stayed in touch with friends.
This one applies to Natalie 1,000%.
Man, look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. I am that person who tries to reach out to people. But people are so focused on all the ish in their life that they can't focus on anybody else and anything else. But we're so self-centered.
Yeah.
We are. I include myself in that. There's people that I wish I talked to more. Because I try to reach out to friends. I have a friend that I've known her since 5th grade. Mm-hmm. And her family was always very nice to me and stuff. And I've tried to reach out to her. I'm like, hey, let's meet for lunch, or hey. And, it got to the point where I was like, okay, do you want to be friends? Because I'm very honest. I'm very open nowadays, right? So I'm like, well, do you even want to be friends? Like, I don't have to bother you at all ever again. Like, that's fine. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh, no. But then I still never hear from her. And so Ian says I take everything personally. And I probably do to an extent, because I'm trying to connect with other people, but nobody wants to connect back. And so it's like I'm constantly throwing out the reel and I ain't catching nothing. So after a while, you get tired of fishing and you just want to go home. And so I end up just telling people, I just cut people off because I just get tired of feeling like I'm fishing.
Natalie has told me, and this is all for the public, that when she dies, there's a list of people.
Oh, don't come to my funeral.
That she does not want at her funeral.
No,
this is what she's
don't
told me.
show up.
So I have this list. It's not a big list, but she has, a couple people on there. And so if anything happens.
So-called friends. Don't come to my funeral.
So if anything happens and you hear that she's dead, I'm going to be calling you and be like, don't come. I think is crazy, Natalie.
No,
man, come on, man. In death, in death, you don't want people to show up. You're dead.
If you couldn't be there in life,
you don't want them there in death.
Don't bother me. And I ain't here.
Oh my God!
I ain't here. Why are you coming now?
Oh shit!
What you coming now to be like? Oh, Natalie, I wish I had called you. Oh, I wish I had texted you. Man, bullshit. If you had wanted to text me or call me, you would have done that.
Oh man,
no, man, no, don't come. No, there are people in my life that I say don't come to my funeral.
Yeah,
because I've tried to connect with
Natalie
you,
gets very
and you
hurt.
rejected me.
Natalie gets extremely hurt with her friendships when they don't respond to her. I'm not like that. I have friends I talk to or don't
Because
talk
I get
to.
tired of being the initiator in the friendship.
But the thing
It's
is, I
supposed
told
to be
you,
mutual.
Technically, it's supposed to be mutual, but the way friendships work is someone is always putting in more work than somebody else to keep their friendship going. Doesn't
mind,
mean that's
I
bad.
don't mind putting in more work, but if I'm the only one putting in work, I'm done with you. Now that I'm older, I just cross you off the list. If you make no effort, I'm done. I ain't got time for that.
There is probably 3 people so far it's on this list that Nathalie knows so far. So I will be calling you individually when Nathalie's gone
God
from
forbid
this
it.
earth.
Hopefully it's no time
Hopefully
soon.
it's
But
like
when
in 30, 40 years when we're
I'm
old as
about
hell.
80 and 90.
But
I
if
hope
it's sooner,
so.
if you hear she's dead,
Don't
you're,
come.
You're going to get a phone call from me saying, she said don't come.
Don't come.
Damn, that's
Because
messed
like I
up,
said,
man. But
if
you know
you
what?
don't want to be a part of my life in life,
Yeah.
when my heart is beating,
Damn.
don't come when it stops.
You're hardcore, man. Shit. Even in death,
Because
you don't want them around.
I honestly
That's
value.
how much he values friendships.
I value people and I value my friendships. And I try my best to maintain them. I have
get it.
friends who I have known for 20, 30 years that I talk to.
Yep.
And not every day, not every month, maybe once or twice a year, but because I maintain. Even when I had kids, people talk about, oh, I have kids. And man, I have 2 kids, one with major ADHD, mother with dementia who I was taking care of, and I still made time to call my friends.
Yep.
People are like, oh, I got kids and I'm this and no.
You've traveled across the country to be with friends and have
that's
friends.
BS. That is just pure.
hope
I don't
you're
want to hear.
listening right now.
I don't want to hear none of these friends' excuses because I have done how much and still maintain friendships.
Shit.
So that's why. So sorry.
Let's go to the
Let me
last
get off
one.
my
Let's go
soapbox.
finish up.
Let me
Natalie's
get off
pissed.
my soapbox.
Oh,
Yeah, man. Because people don't want to stay in touch. But
Woo!
I'm actively looking.
You can call me
hey,
people.
I'm actively
I'll talk to
looking
you.
and seeking friends who want to be friends back. Like I seriously am.
I'll
So hey,
talk
if y'all
to
out there,
you.
you want to talk to somebody, message me.
I'll talk to you.
I'll message and talk to you because I'm looking for real, authentic friendships, especially
All right.
from women because I don't have sisters. So because I don't have sisters, why I tend to put more emphasis on relationships and friendships because I don't have them.
Right.
I don't have a sister like to bond with.
Let's go get this
All
last
right,
one
the
in here.
last one.
What does that
Let
say?
myself be happier. So people wished when they were
yeah.
when they were dying to let themselves be happier, and that stems from what? Worrying about every damn thing.
Yeah.
That's because you worry.
You're not
That's
happy.
why you ain't happy.
Yeah, that the place that the worry's taken up should be with happiness, but you're worried all the time. That's
Right.
like my mom. My mom has this issue.
But the thing about worry, the crazy thing about worry is 90. I think it's like 95 or 97%.
more. Never happens.
Never happens.
Yeah.
So you wasted all of this energy.
Yeah.
And the worst worriers, which is the craziest thing in me, are the people that I know of faith.
Oh yeah.
The people I know
faith
that
worry
have
the
faith
most.
have the most. Why are you worried if you got faith?
Facts.
If you believe in God that He gonna take care of you, what you worrying about?
I believe most worship goers have very small faith, and they're just on the hopes of I want to make it to heaven. And so I'm going to, but their whole life they think about, I got to be good enough to get to heaven. So they worry about that. They're not really enjoying life. They're worried about going someplace. Instead of living life and enjoying life with people, going to different places, they worry about going to heaven. So that's what a lot of religious goers I know, that's what they worry about. They worry about guilty about doing things, and they worry their whole life.
So then how do you live?
You don't. You live with worry your whole life. That's why when I went to Sedona, I'm free, bitches. I don't care no more. I'm free. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm not worried about dying. I don't care. I'm not worried. I'm not letting any religion or book tell me what I need to worry about. I'm not anymore.
Right. That's between you and God or
God,
whoever you want to deal with.
God and I are cool, and that's the way it's going to be, and that's the way I'm going to live my life. But the majority of people that go to church, the majority are worried about where they're going.
Yeah.
And they're worried about going to heaven or hell. So that's why they live in fear. I know a lot of them, and I talk to them.
But the thing is, the thing is, even if you're worried about, or even if you contemplate heaven and hell, if you know you're doing what you need to do, there's nothing to worry about.
But
why
they're worried because they think they can do more or less, or they're not doing any more or any less. It's crazy, man. Religion controls people's lives. It's crazy.
Yeah, but people just
gotta be happy, man.
Yeah, you just gotta be free. Like you gotta realize, for me, it's not even about religion. I rationalize because one day I realized I was worrying about something, and I worried about it, and I worried about it, and I worried about it, and then it worked out, and I was like. Because I was praying about it, but I'm like, what? But I'm worried. So then I realized in that moment, after everything worked out, I said, oh my gosh, I've spent all this energy worrying when because I was praying about it and I say I have faith, why am I worried about it?
Exactly.
And 99% of the time, what you worry about ain't going to happen.
Correct.
And another way to think about it is, what is the worst that can happen from this situation? If I keep, the main thing is, worry fixes no problem.
Correct.
Worry has never fixed anybody's problems.
Nothing.
Right? So if you stop worrying, you can be happier. You can be free. You can live. Like, the whole world opens up to you when you stop worrying and let things go. Like, I have, there's a lady, I don't know if she created the phrase, but there's a lady named Louise Hay.
Oh, yeah. Older lady.
Yeah, this older lady.
She's
and
passed.
I heard her, I think I repeat, I don't know if I said it on the last episode, but this is my new thing. I tell myself when I'm worried or something's happening that I'm not sure it's going to work out, I say this phrase and I repeat it to myself. I can repeat it 20 times for the day. I do. But it says, all is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good things will come, and I am safe. Right. So the other day, I had something at work that I was freaked out because I had messed it up myself. I messed up myself. And I was like, oh my, but I kept saying this to myself. And even in saying that, I was like, I don't know how this is going to work out. But I said, you know what? It's going to work out. I'm going to believe that it's going to work out. And you know, it worked out.
Yeah.
And I was stressed for about a day or two.
I remember
And then
this.
I was glad that I found that phrase and I just kept repeating it to myself. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good.
You say it, it'll work.
Out of this situation, only good will come and I am safe. And lo and behold, the whole thing, it worked itself out.
Yeah, most problems work
Right.
itself out.
But if I had sat there stressing, stomach turning, can't eat,
Doo-doo.
you know what I mean? Like, well, yeah, if sometimes you stress stomach, you have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, man.
Right?
Gotta go, man.
Right. And so
all types of problems.
But all that worry, no matter what, was wasted because it worked out.
Yeah.
And even when you think things don't work out for the best, hindsight is often 20/20 when you realize down the road that things were okay.
That's correct.
But you don't know that in that moment. And that's why the worrying for me is like just wasteful. All I can do is
Let
speak from my
yourself be
perspective.
happy, folks. Be happy. Stop worrying about everything.
Stop worrying.
Enjoy this one life you have. You don't know where you're going to end up. See, people think, oh, heaven, hell. You really don't know where you're going to end up.
No, because even heaven, hell, we don't know. We don't know.
No, because no one's
You
ever
don't
come
know.
back. No one has ever come back and said, hey, man,
This what happened.
I've been to this place, man. You got to go here. No, nobody really knows. So,
And even then, we don't know because we ain't been.
no one's ever been there. No one's ever been there with this place that's real or whatever. No one's ever been there and come back and tell us. So you got to enjoy the life that you have now with people. You get to enjoy places. Like, we're alive for a reason. We're alive now. We're not alive. We weren't alive 2,000 years ago. We're alive now. So, I mean, enjoy it, man.
Yeah, stop worrying about stupid stuff.
Enjoy it.
Stop worrying about it because it ain't gonna do. It don't fix nothing. Stop worrying. Stop fretting. Stop fighting. You know. Oh, just like. We got our little neighbor next door with the hurricane was coming. She freaking out that this tree gonna fall. I said, girl, if you talking about the tree gonna fall, that's when the tree gonna fall. If you don't say nothing about the stupid tree, the tree's gonna be fine.
Oh, God, she's freaked out about that stupid tree.
I said 99%, if the tree were to fall.
It's been through like 4 hurricanes already.
But if the tree were to fall and hit your house, what you gonna do? Fix it.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? That's what insurance is for.
Can't do nothing about it.
But you gonna sit here fretting over this tree.
Oh, she was. Oh, God, she
I'm
frets.
like,
I hope you're listening to this podcast right now, woman.
I don't know.
I hope you are.
But she says she wants to stop fretting as much. But but she's a worrier, you know. And I try to empathize with worriers. I just can't relate, which is unfortunate. But I try to empathize and let them see that, you know, all things are possible for you. You can do things that you don't think you can do or that you worry about how you're viewed or seen. You can still do those things. You can live your life. You can show yourself that you can overcome. But when you just sit there worrying and wallowing and you know, nothing's good's going to come from it. And nothing changes for you.
That's true.
And nothing. I'm going to leave with this. Ask yourself when you're worrying, what does this solve? What does worrying solve? What problem has worrying ever solved for me? And I leave you with that.
Okay. That's a good thought.
Thank you, Ian.
I'm not worried right now. I'm worried about catching this plane. That's about it. But
Hope you have a good flight.
Yep, great episode, man. I started off kind of sad, but it ended up pretty good. I'm glad we had it.
Right, because we can't just focus on always the negative. Yeah, life sucks sometimes. Yes, we're going through a rough patch.
Yeah.
But we have to keep moving forward and thinking about and focus on what is good in whatever the situation is that is a negative.
Agreed.
So there's good that's always, no matter what's good, no matter what's negative in the center, there's always good around it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm glad I'm married to you sometimes.
Sometimes. That's all good.
Join us on all the streaming platforms, folks. Whatever they are, I'm not going to say them all, except Spotify, iHeart, Google, those big ones. But join us, and we'll see you guys again soon.
Yes,
Take care.
thank you for listening. Like
I
and
love
share. Let
Family
tell your
Mess.
friends.
God bless.
Oh.